Hey, this is Sean Keating, and I have a message of encouragement for my fellow dads and men out there. The main thing that I want you to take away from what I'm about to say is that you are an incredibly important piece of what is about to happen in the world and in our country and in our culture. You are a crucial part of what's about to happen. I don't think it can be understated. Right now, there's a lot of pain and anger bubbling up through the fabric of our society. People have lost loved ones from the pandemic. People have lost their jobs and their financial security is threatened. And of course, we have protests across the nation and across the world protesting against systemic injustice. There's a lot of uncertainty out there right now. But the one thing that we can control is how we respond to all of this. That's 100% within our control. We can control how we respond to whatever situation comes our way. And one way that I think it would be useful to consider how we react is can be best described by a word in our language that has lost the meaning that it was originally intended to be. In ancient Greece, they had these war horses, and they would have to train them and tame them so they could put a bridle on them and be ridden into battle. So there's a word that they used to describe those horses after they had been tamed, and it meant power under control, and that word is meek. And in modern English, meekness means gentleness. It kind of means passive, humble, but there is an amount of weakness that's implied if you describe someone as being meek. But that's not what it was originally intended to be used for. It was originally intended to describe power under control. It was all of this power that had been trained, that had prepared, that had gone through all of this training in order to use its power to the best of its ability, to be able to use the power for what it was meant to be used for. As we're going through our lives and we're confronting all of this uncertainty, we're going to be put into positions where we have to have difficult conversations with people, whether that's about systemic injustice, whether it's about the pandemic, whether it's about our future, our financial future, our job security. We're going to have to be put into positions where we have these uncomfortable conversations, whether it's online, whether it's with people that we know. And I think having an attitude of meekness is really a good way to ensure that we make the most positive impact on the people that we encounter. And as men and as fathers, our perspective and our voices need to be heard in all of those conversations. It's our responsibility to make sure that our voices are heard, and being meek is a great way to take all of that power that we have, all of that knowledge and experience, and to channel that into the most positive outcome that we can. We're living through incredible times right now, and when we look back on this period in our lives, we're all going to remember how we responded to this. And I think that is also something to think about how you choose to react to all of this. So I just encourage you to be part of those conversations, to initiate them, whether it's online or in person. Like I said, it doesn't matter how small or large your social circle is, or your sphere of influence, or your family circle. It is your responsibility to make sure that you engage with people civilly and meekly, and that you create the most positive outcome that you can through whatever interactions that you happen to have. And that will have ripple effects outside of just the people that you might interact with directly. You have the potential to create incredible change through your interactions online or in person. And so I think that's really important to think about as we start confronting these challenges and we have these conversations. You're an incredibly important part of everything that's about to happen, like I said. And so I just encourage you to think about that and to consider that as you start to move forward through these difficult times, as we start to transition out of this period into whatever awaits us. And we have the power to control that and to influence that. So that's really all I wanted to say. You are loved and you are cared for and you're respected here. And I'll see you out there.